everybody. Mr. Thomas Jones has entered the building a little earlier than expected, I see. I was going to give you some time, to warm up while I had scallops on.
Yo, you got the scallops going in the background. I see you. Yeah.
Made a little plate deal,
Oh, okay, yeah. I see you cooking. How you doing?
I'm good. We're gonna warm the people up a little bit, let them get in here. I like the background.
Right. Yeah, I see. I saw you said 6:50, so I want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? I like to be on time for my bro, Deshaun. What up, Ping? What up, brother? I know he ain't on here now, but he's gonna be on here soon.
Oh, we got some people up in here really fast.
Yeah, they rocking with you.
They rocking with us.
Word,
the
yeah.
Alkaline Water Team Simply.
Yeah, they rocking with Simply Alkaline. Yeah, you know what? I just drank mine, so I ain't had a bottle.
I'm gonna virtually throw one at you. You gotta catch it.
All right, come on, throw it to me. I catch it.
Let me see.
Oh, hold it right here.
But would have been ill if you had one and it just miraculously popped up in your hand.
Right. I got it. It's right here on the side. Trust me. Yeah.
So, but I people never really see me cook live. So
okay.
I figured, just give them a little grandiose tour, let them come into the kitchen a little bit with me and hang out.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I like the setup. You look, it's official. If I just saw the setup, I would think you could definitely throw down.
Oh, the real Michael Williams is in here. Let's see who else. We got some really cool.
Yeah, what up, bro?
Cool friends, MLE executive. Look, I need some people to say hi to me. He ain't the only, he's cool and all, but I think I'm cool. So we're gonna let them come in for about 2 or 3 more minutes and we'll get it started.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Food-wise, while we're warming people up, what's your go-to always dish? Like if it's one thing you could have and you could have nothing else on the planet, what would it be?
Listen, what I would have every day is pasta and salmon.
Salmon?
I'm pescatarian, so I only eat fish. So you get the protein with the salmon, and then you get the nice carbs with the pasta. So
I have to move you over to some halibut.
Halibut?
I have to upgrade you to halibut.
I don't know about the upgrade, man. I like.
Look, I'm all salmon now.
Listen. Nah, listen. I'm a creature of habit. I'm the type of person that I do the same thing every day. I have the same routine, especially when it comes to my food. Because I only eat when I'm hungry. I only eat when I'm hungry. I'm not one of those people that just eats all day. I work, I grind, I hustle, boom. Then when I'm hungry, I know what I want to eat. For example, I don't cook. You know what I'm saying? But the one place that I go consistently down in Miami is Bahama Breeze.
Okay.
And they have this jerk pasta with salmon. It originally comes with chicken, but I substituted with salmon, and it's
Zab Zuda in the building.
Zab.
Zab.
What up, bro? Yeah.
Everybody, make sure you're following at Simply Alkaline Water.
Right.
We live. We're creatures of habit. We're eating salmon and not halibut.
Right. Not halibut, and we drink it as simply alkaline water. The
So,
catfish too, catfish and sea bass. You're right.
This celery root puree that I did, I actually blended it down in my Vitamix with my water. Look at the consistency. Like, it's not even
right.
off the plate.
That looks really lean, and it looks really protein, chock full of protein.
So good. So I think, ain't he sexy?
Oh wow, that looks nice.
I want a little bit more color. A little bit more color.
You about to flip it over?
With some water. All right, so we're gonna get into some questions.
Let's do it.
So, first off, before I even start off, I saw a little clip of the Johnsons that's coming out.
Oh, you saw it?
I saw a little clip. Tell me about that.
So yeah, Johnson, I'm super proud of this show. My producing partner Deji LeRae, he created this show probably about 7 years ago, to be honest. And when I moved to LA after I retired from football and started acting, I met Deji, and he had this project, and the project was about 4 black men that are really, really close. They've been best friends since they were kids. They just so happen to have the same last name, Johnson. And, you know, they have been friends ever since. And so it explored their life as black men, you know, and in regards to just their brotherhood, relationships, politics, just a lot of different issues that black men deal with, and just kind of their journey through those issues. And I really like the concept because it made a lot of sense. Obviously, I'm a black man. This is what I live every day. And sometimes in Hollywood, as black men, you know, we don't get a chance to really live our truth in a lot of these shows and TV series because they're not written necessarily through our narrative. So I was excited about it even then. And then we came together about 3 years later, 2017. We shot a pilot episode, which is the, you know, initial episode to actually have something to show people. We shopped it around Hollywood for a couple of years because we were still auditioning for our own projects and working on, you know, still, you know, acting and doing different things individually. And we finally got it to somebody named Risha L. Archibald, who was a friend of mine. She loved it. And she said, hey, you know what? Let me take this over to Cedric, the entertainer, and, you know, Eric Rome. And those were people that it's a production company she was working with. She showed it to them. She called me at 6 a.m. in the morning and said, hey, listen, Eric loves the show. When can you and Deji meet with him? Today. Yeah. So a couple of hours later, we sitting in on CBS Studios lot with Cedric and Eric, and we're talking about Johnson. About a week later, we had a shopping agreement, and then we ended up getting it picked up by Bounce TV. You know, David Hudson from Bounce, he saw the show, loved it, loved the concept, and they loved it. They picked it up. We filmed it this past November. From November to February, we filmed, and it'll air August 1st. So super proud of it. I think it's going to be a game changer. It's a different perspective. It gives, you know, black men a voice, an honest voice. And I think that, you know, black women will really be proud of it. And if you're either men or women of any culture can relate to the issues, but it's very specific for our culture.
I love it. So,
yeah.
Tell me, who exactly is Thomas Q. Jones, and what should the world know about you?
Man. Thomas Q. Jones is, I mean, to me, honestly, Thomas Q. Jones is just an everyday black man, just making an honest living. You know, I was fortunate enough to play football for a long time. I played in the NFL 12 years. Grew up in Virginia. That's where I'm from. You know, my mother and father were coal miners. So I come from very humble beginnings. Played college football at the University of Virginia. Went from Virginia to the NFL. Played in the NFL for 12 years. Had a music label for 7 years. Had a deal with Universal and Steve Rifkin. Went from that to retiring and then figuring out what was my next, chapter, and it became acting. And now I'm a full-time actor, working producer, and executive. And so I take on a lot of different things because I feel like life is super short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
You have to.
Yeah,
you got to take everything by the horns.
Yeah, everything.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything. You got to take the bull by the horns. Even technology. I'm a tech CEO. I like to dabble in everything. I put my hands in everything because I want to learn and grow and evolve as much as I can with as little time as I have. So, I guess Thomas Q. Jones is man,
give me two action words for you.
Go getter.
That's two, but I'm gonna let you get away with that one. Next.
I would say a hustler for sure.
All right.
And humble.
So what would be something like, by looking at you, somebody would not know?
Looking at me, somebody would not know.
Tell me a secret. Tell me a secret.
Listen, I'm trying to think of something I could. I'm from Virginia, so I'm from the country. People probably wouldn't know that I love country music.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like
music.
that one.
Yeah, big country music fan. Because I think the writing in country music actually is some of the best writing in music, period, and it helps me as a creator, especially when I'm writing scripts and coming up with ideas and helping flesh out characters in regards to just the backstory and some of the specifics of the storyline. So
definitely.
It's country music. Sometimes if I'm even like thinking about characters or writing, I'll listen to country music as I'm doing it. So I think that's something they wouldn't expect from me.
All right, so when you want to feel that speed was real, so we're about to do simply speed round. Ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
The alkaline water.
Let's go.
This is the magic floating water. You ready?
Oh, boom! I got it. I'm ready. Let's go.
SUV or drop top? Let's go.
Drop top.
Macaroni salad or potato salad?
Potato salad.
Snickers or Kit Kat?
Snickers.
Skateboard or scooter?
Scooter.
When driving or on your way to the gym, Naughty by Nature or Capone Noriega?
Capone Noriega.
SUV? No. SUV or Lambo?
Lambo.
SVU or Cosby Show?
Cosby Show.
Robert De Niro or Al Pacino?
Oh!
Wait, 1, 2, 3, we're going to say it at the same time. Ready?
Yo, go.
We're gonna see. Ready? So we got Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. 1, 2, 3. Al Pacino.
Robert De Niro.
I don't think I like you no more. You won't get that salmon. You ain't getting this upgraded halibut. So, jersey numbers. Number 6 or number 20?
20.
Midnight train or afternoon bus?
Midnight train.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So, you said you were from Virginia. We're going to slow it down.
Okay.
So you said you was from Virginia.
VA.
So as a native, the next 3 questions are Virginia based.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to test you. I'm going to see if you really got that Virginia life.
I kind of have an idea what you're going to do, and I'm trying to just
Ready?
know this. Yeah. I got to answer the questions.
All right.
Go ahead.
Who is not from Virginia? Ready? Allen Iverson, George Washington, or Bruce Springsteen?
Who is not from Virginia? Bruce Springsteen.
Yep, you're right. I didn't think about it.
Okay.
So,
I know AI from VA. I know AI.
We're going to keep it going. Who's not from Virginia? Missy Elliott, Kelly Rowland, or Nate Parker?
Kelly Rowland.
Yep, you're right. Ding, 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 ding. 2 for... I got one more, so 2 for 3. Who is from Virginia? Wanda Sykes, Sammy Davis Jr., Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
Dude.
Wanda Sykes. Teddy Riley from New York.
Nah,
right?
you can't like double back on the double back. You can't, pause on the play. Like, we don't do that around here.
Teddy Riley, I think it's from.
What you got in the background behind you, gotta come to me now. You messed it up. It's Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes on the play.
Yo, nah, but Teddy produced Rump Shaker, so it was a little confusing.
So Wanda Sykes is from Virginia.
Okay, yo, yeah, Wanda, I didn't know that. You got me with that one.
2 out of 3,
Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
You fumbled on the play a little bit.
Yeah, I fumbled, but we still got 3 quarters left. So I can make up for it.
I don't know, that little action call. How many takes was that? It was like 2 takes, right?
2 takes. But honestly, like, you should give me, I might need to pass on that one because Teddy Riley is questionable whether people think he's from Virginia because of the whole Rump Shaker thing.
I'm going to need Teddy to tap into this live. We're going to have to have a little conversation about this.
I think Teddy was originally from New York, but.
He is.
We tried to claim him from Rump Shaker.
Well, I'm from New York, so we're going to keep him, okay? We're going to keep him. You can borrow him on, like, holidays. All right. So let's get into your career. I know we touched a little bit about football and about how you got into acting, but we didn't touch on how you got into football. We touched on how you got into acting. So how did you get into football?
I mean, Virginia is one of those states where football is everything. It's like Friday Night Lights across the state of Virginia. And my father played football. My uncles played football. It was just the thing where I'm from, the VA. And from the time I was 5 years old, I was like, I'm going to go to the NFL, and I'm going to buy my mom and my house a new, my mom and my dad a new house, a new car. And that was just my dream. I don't know. Everything was football related from there. Like, I would watch all the football games every Saturday night, college football games. I would play football with any and everything, whether it would be my action figures when I was a kid, everywhere I was walking, whether it was the mall or school in the hallways, I would always be kind of like dodging and faking people out, just walking up and down the hallways. It was just a part of my life. And I always felt like, football was something that was just an instinctive thing for me, especially playing the position of running back. And I ended up being really good in high school. Fortunately, I had a great high school career. I was ranked the number 2 running back in the country.
Nice.
At school, and had over 90 scholarship offers, and committed to Notre Dame. I wanted to go to Notre Dame, but at the last minute I changed my mind and went to Virginia and stayed home. And from there it ended up being just a huge part of my life. Obviously, when I made it to the NFL in the year 2000, I was drafted the 7th overall pick in the first round. And I went to the Arizona Cardinals, and that was the first time really I had been out of VA in my life. And I was drafted out there, lived there in Arizona, Phoenix for 4 years, played there, was traded to Tampa Bay, played in Tampa for 1 year, and then signed a deal with the Chicago Bears. And that's kind of when my career in the NFL kind of took off. Because then went from Chicago, get traded to the Jets, played there for 3 years in New York, your neck of the woods. I was up there. I don't know if you was in any of the games, but I was in your city.
Yeah, it's Spurs.
I was in your city heavy for a minute. And then I ended up going to Kansas City for the last 2 years. So I got into football, honestly, because of the area I'm from and my dad. My dad was super instrumental in my life, not just in sports, but just in general. And he got me into football.
Nice. So I know we touched heavy onto acting. So let's pick 2 people in acting and 2 people in the sports industry that has been instrumental in your life, that have been mentors in the game for you.
In acting, Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell is actually the actor that introduced me to acting and really pushed me to take it seriously. I worked on a project with him, and it was the first thing that I actually did. It felt like I had some natural ability, and he continued to push me and pushed me to actually get involved in it. And so I took his advice. Probably the second person would be Franz Turner. He was
Okay.
my acting coach. I studied with Ivana Chubbuck for 4 years in LA, and Franz literally took me from being just this guy that was wandering around after post my NFL career, post football, to someone that found acting and found it as therapy for my life. He's almost like a second kind of dad in a way, because he was instrumental in me changing my life around after I retired. I was little bit of a different person when I played football. And when I met Franz and when he helped me channel all of that raw energy and all the raw emotions and things that I hadn't dealt with in my life into these characters, it really, the light switch came on in my mind, and it changed how I even saw life and my perspective on life. So Franz Turner is like, I mean,
He's just very instrumental.
Yeah, Clifton Powell and Franz Turner are like two of the most important people in my life, and especially them being older black men that I could learn from. So
Love that.
definitely those people. Yeah.
So I saw you had some muscles. I saw little muscles going on. You know, some people they switch over to the other side, and the big belly started to, you know, protrude. But I see you kept it together. You know, you got look. You know, I got my Simply Alkaline water to be keeping my little brain going. So
Simply Alkaline water will do that for you. You know what I'm saying?
So with fitness, okay. So when I'm a person who don't like machines. I like circuit working out and things like that. So what is your favorite go to keep your body, you know, up and moving in the gym? Whether it be on the machine or off the machine, what's your go-to workout? And what's your go-to machine? I want to know both. I'm nosy.
My go-to workout, you can never go wrong with bench press. I mean, you know, you work in your back, your chest, your forearms, your biceps. So, you know, in regards to just like free weights, just a barbell and just bench press, just simple bench press. Machine with the cable. I love doing cable, bicep curls, tricep push downs. Those are my go-tos at any time. My legs are used. I squatted and did so much leg work playing football that my legs are just like, honestly, you know, bigger than they should be, just because of, you know, squatting and all that, protecting my legs and being explosive and stuff. But usually what I do now is more so, you know, just to maintain, you know, so I do lightweight, high reps versus heavyweight, low reps, because sometimes, to be honest, when I started acting, the first project I worked on was, one of the first projects I worked on was Being Mary Jane.
You was too big for the screen, right?
Well, I was big. I was
that was like double point on words, you know.
Well, I was like, yeah, I was too big. Well, luckily that role, they wanted somebody that was like muscular and like, but for any other role, like a doctor, lawyer, more than likely they wouldn't have cast me for that because I was too big. But that role just so happened to be perfect. But when I would go on auditions after that, I remember some casting directors would be like, hey, you know, we love you. We loved your audition, but, you know, can you lose some weight in your arms? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's when I realized, like, okay, I need to switch my diet up. And that's when I became pescatarian. This was in 2015. I became pescatarian. I switched my whole diet up. I switched my workout routine up. I started doing lesser weight, higher reps just to maintain, and then losing you know, muscle mass. Because when you're too big on camera, if you're big in like person on camera, you look like 15, 20 pounds bigger.
Yeah.
And then depending on who you're next to, you might look bigger than them. And it's like, it just doesn't look right. So I maintain, depending, unless I'm actually playing a role that's bigger, then I'll boost, you know what I'm saying? I'll lift heavier and I'll eat a little bit more. But more than likely, like, yeah, I just lift to maintain.
So I know when me and you talk, you always tell me how much you love this water, how you incorporate it into your day-to-day life. You like, I just love this water so much. You love it. Water, I love it. So how do you, not even how do you, but important, the importance of like staying hydrated. Why do you think that like staying hydrated is like so important? Because you're literally like running from set to set, thing to thing.
Right.
You know, so what about hydration, you know, impacts you, or how do you feel the difference?
Right.
I know I'm doing my little dance, but
yeah,
how
I see
does,
that. So I see you working
what
a
is the
little
importance
bit.
of hydration to you?
I mean, your body is the majority of your body is water. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. They don't realize that. So, honestly, I didn't really drink water that much. I drank a lot of water, you know, when I played football, but I wasn't really a water guy. You know, I would drink more like diet teas, diet Snapples, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, with Simply Alkaline water, it just has a totally different taste to it. It tastes different. You know, it's obviously healthy, you know, with the alkaline, and you know, I honestly, like I actually really started drinking water consistently when I started drinking Simply Alkaline.
I don't think I've ever drunk any water as much as I comfortably and consistently drink. I used to be a heavy coffee drinker. You couldn't get water in my system for 2 minutes. I don't think about drinking when I drink Simply Alkaline water. It's literally like my brain just says drink it. You have to drink, and I work out a lot, so it's just like I'm not looking at it like, oh, that's water. I'm literally like excited to drink it. It goes into my body. It feels good. It doesn't have an aftertaste. It's very clean. It's very refreshing. This is literally the only thing I drink. You know, I literally say to myself, don't buy juice because you have Simply Alkaline water to drink. You don't need juice.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I drink Simply Alkaline water every day, and I'm training every day. I train, you know, 7 days a week. Sometimes I overtrain.
First of all, I'm gonna block whoever's in the comments about some Essentia. Doc. We team Simply over here.
Yeah, I don't even know what Essentia is.
I know we are essential.
Essential. Maybe they meant it. I think they might have meant essential.
I think they missed the L.
I think they might have meant Simply Alkaline water is essential. That's probably
this is essential.
Right. Yeah, that's probably what they meant. Yeah, no, Simply Alkaline water. Shout out to my brother Deshaun, for you know, just obviously, you know, in our communities too, you know, we're not educated on health. We haven't been for centuries, you know what I'm saying? And what I love what Simply Alkaline water is doing outside of the water is that they're educating people on how important drinking water is. You know what I'm saying? And that's super important in regards to just our culture and the evolution of our culture. So it's not just the water, it's the narrative behind Simply Alkaline water that's important too, which is another reason why I support it. Like I said, I wasn't a big water drinker that much.
It's weird because I was a professional athlete. Talk about it with me. But when we discuss it, I've talked to people about it, but I really feel like when I talk to you about it, that every time we discuss, you know, how our day's been, did you, you know, stay hydrated today? Did you drink? You're like, oh, I just love this water. And that's what I want, like, a lot of other people to, it's not, you know, the typical water. It's like pure as hell.
Yeah, it's pure. Yeah, it's pure water, and people need to understand that water is super vital to your health.
Yeah.
Everything in your body operates and functions off of water, and we don't drink enough water in general. But and then some of the water we do drink isn't necessarily that good water. Simply Alkaline water is clean, it's fresh, it has minerals and everything in it that you need to replenish yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I said it's not just the water, it's the narrative behind it, because it's important to push that on the community and on the people, is for them to understand, like, you need to drink water.
Yeah,
you have to,
and it's good for you.
Yeah, it's everything.
And you can want to drink it again and again and again, and it can be the substitution, and then become the only part that you need in your day-to-day routine besides the food that you need to supplement your body.
Right.
So, can I get like nosy?
Oh shit.
A little bit, I promise.
Oh, I don't know about this section.
You know you can trust me.
I don't know about this section of
you can trust me. I'm trustworthy.
Y'all ain't prep me on this one.
Look, I prep myself for this. So, since we're talking about like water and thirst, there's a little thirst buckets, you know, my DM. You know, people are a little thirsty when they heard you was coming up on let me take a little sip to the thirst. So when it comes to like, well, basically a couple people are asking me like, is you single? Is you not? I'm really not gonna even touch that. I just want to know, ideally, if you went on like a date or you had like a special lady, what would be an ideal date for you? And do you prefer to be the pursuer or do you prefer her to pursue?
Okay, I can do those. Ideal date, something super simple. Because when it's simple, then you're left with nothing to do but, interact. And then you can really get to know a lot about a person just when you're just talking. So I would say maybe something like bowling. Bowling. See how you looking? See how you looking? Because when you're bowling, you can tell if somebody's competitive. You can tell if you can tell a lot about somebody's personality when they're bowling that they don't even know you're paying attention to. I know you don't really dig that one, but it works. Trust me.
I was thinking about jumping out of a like plane.
Nah, you don't. Nah, I'm not gonna risk my life for you yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to see if you think you can survive this life together.
We gotta wait for that one. Because sometimes the most simple things, show you the most. Sometimes the most simple things show you the most, depending on what you're looking for.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for something legitimate, do something simple. That way, the person has no excuse or no way out. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. It might not work for everybody else, but for me, since you asked me, that's
so, if she's bowling, right, and she broke a nail, you handling that? I mean, you want to go bowl.
That's a huge part, because if she takes initiative to handle it herself, that might turn me on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a little. There's levels to this. There's levels to this dating thing, man. You got to pay attention. Everybody doesn't understand what's underneath this. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I would say something simple: bowling, obviously dinner, coffee.
Love coffee.
Like
Coffee's good.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Coffee and bowling. Those are just two, like, and bowling is fun. It's fun. You can have a good time. You can see the person, in the element. Maybe we have a couple of drinks. You get a strike, or you celebrate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See the turn up dance?
Right. It's a little different. You said, am I the pursuer?
Or would you prefer to be pursued?
It's 2021. Right? People are meeting their future,
and it's don't be in his DM, ladies. Let's
people
if he says pursue, this don't be in his DMs down the line.
Look,
we ain't doing that.
People are meeting their future husbands and wives on social media. So it's the wild, wild west right now in regards to relationships. So I think anything goes. Anything is possible. A woman could send you a message, and the next thing you know, that's your wife.
That is true.
I think that people I think a lot of people put a lot of onus on the tradition, and I get tradition, and tradition is great, but at the end of the day, the end result is, how can you be happy? You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how it happens, just be happy. Get happy, man. Meet somebody that's going to take you to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Women in 2021 are bossed up, and you know what I'm saying? They're comfortable enough to say, hey, I see this person. This is what I want. This is what I like. Let me take a shot.
All right, so I'm about to shoot this alkaline back at you. You ready?
Yeah, my hands are always ready.
Courtney?
Boom. Yo, what? I got it right here.
I'm about to ask you some questions on my turf. So like on my turf? So I finished a little plate and whatnot.
Whoa. Hold on a second. I didn't know you was doing it like that.
I'm kind of nice,
I didn't know you was doing it like that. Oh, look at that. Yeah,
so,
man,
look at that. We have a parsnip puree. We have roasted tomatoes. We have scallops, we have tricolored quinoa, and we have chantilly mushrooms, right?
Yo.
So
Look
when
at that
it comes
sauce,
to
that sauce right
you
there.
pick me up right now. You know, I wait for you.
Nah, that looks good from I don't know how many miles away from you I am, but I can taste it.
Oh, you like mushrooms?
Yeah, I like mushrooms.
So if you had to only eat one fruit, one vegetable, you know me and my whole rest of your life.
Right.
What would it be?
One fruit and one vegetable?
For the rest of your life. You can only have one of each.
One fruit, probably, if it had to be a fruit, grapes.
Okay.
Vegetables, asparagus.
I got some asparagus in here.
Yeah. You got some asparagus?
All right, so you could only choose one. Simply alkaline water, Which one would you choose?
I would choose both.
So, last question. I think it's my last question. I don't know. I do pop-up questions. But as a former NFL player, an emerging actor, what are 3 things that both of them have in common?
Wow. That's a good question.
I'm about to eat one of my scallops.
3 things they have in common. But they're both 2 industries where you have to be prepared to be successful. In football, you have a playbook. In acting, you have a script.
For everybody out there.
That bite looked pretty delicious. I'm a little upset right now that I'm sitting here watching you. So yeah, acting and football, you have a playbook. So with the playbook, the more you know your plays, the more you understand the opposition, what the defense is going to be running, the personnel, the more prepared you are to just react and not think. Same thing in acting. You have a script. The more you know your script, the more you've done the work, the backstory on the character, studied the character, studied the director. The more work you've done, when they say action, you're able to react and live in that space and not think about your lines, think about what the character would do, think you've already done the work. So those are equally as important in both industries.
Nice.
I think the expectations of both are the same. When people see you in the NFL, they expect you to make plays. They don't care. I'm a running back. If I don't have good blocking up front, they don't care. They still expected me to rush for 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. And in Hollywood, it's the same thing. When that show comes on TV, they don't want to hear about it was bad editing or they didn't keep my best takes. They expect you to perform and be entertained. If they took the time to turn the TV to that channel for your show,
they want you to be out your best.
Yeah, because they want to be entertained. You know, you're on Front Street. You put your talents on Front Street in front of the world for your rise or your demise in both industries. So those definitely are the same. The third one I would say is being able to be a team player.
That's definitely important.
Yeah, in football, you have to be to win the championships and the big games. You have to know how to work with other people, and you have to understand that people have different personalities, and that people are going to be at their best at different places, and you have to meet them there. And it's the same thing in acting. You know, when sometimes you're working with a scene partner that you might not really like their personality. Y'all might not really click. You know what I'm saying? If you saw them off camera, you'd be like, yo, they hate each other.
You still got to do it.
But as soon as the director says action, boom, you have to put all that to the side for the sake of the team and the project. Because if I look bad, you look bad. You know what I'm saying? In football, I can have 100 yards, but if we lose, I had 112 yards in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, leave all the feelings aside.
But we lost.
When you on the field, or you about to shoot.
But we lost the game. So I didn't win the Super Bowl, even though I had a good game. So it's the same thing in this. Yeah, you got to put your feelings to the side because if the show comes out and they like your performance but not your other scene partner's performance, then the whole scene looks bad. So you wasted your time. So those are three things that are very, very important in both industries that I think have given me a leg up, because coming into this industry, I had to catch up. Like, I was playing football the majority of my life. A lot of the actors that I'm working with, they were in Juilliard and performing arts school while I was playing football. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really catch up in a short period of time. But because I took the skill set I had from the NFL and brought it over to acting, it helped me like catch up super quick. And also humility. I know that's a fourth one, and I know sometimes it doesn't seem like NFL.
You always added something on. We gotta talk about that later.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, man, you got me in my. It's your fault though. You got me in my bag. You got to blame yourself. You got to blame yourself. I don't talk about this stuff. Now I'm talking about it.
I got that effect on people. You know, I talked about that element and whatnot. You know.
Yeah, you doing that. You doing that. You doing that tonight. You know what I'm saying? I give you that tonight. I'll give you that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Humility. You know, as a professional athlete, it's always about your last game. You know, if you have a great game this week, they expect you to do better the next. Same thing as an actor. You know, you put out a great project and it pops off and you kill your role, they expecting to see that the next character. Yeah. And if it's not, they're gonna humble you real quick. So it's best to stay humble throughout the process. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, at any moment, bam, you can come right back down to where you were. You know, so yeah, that's the fourth thing. And I felt like saying that because I don't think a lot of people understand, you know, how humble their people are in sports and in Hollywood, because a lot of what's highlighted are the people that necessarily aren't. You know what I'm saying? But the people that are the ones that have the longevity, that play a long time in the NFL and that have great careers as actors and as producers. So yeah, that's where I am with it.
All right, so ready for my curveball?
What? Yo, how many more? You had a knuckleball earlier. Now you got a curveball. What is it? We gotta be in the 10th inning right now.
I got 1 minute. I got 60 seconds.
Okay.
You ready? I'm gonna do like one of those scroll things, and then I'm gonna like ask one question from the audience.
Okay.
Ready? We're stopping. Yeah. It says no. That's not. No, we're not doing that. Come on, I need somebody to ask me a question. Nobody asking me nothing. Okay. You lucky. You about to get rid. You about to be lucky. Okay. Nobody asked you nothing?
No. See?
Oh, I got one.
Oh.
What happened to IME Records?
Oh, I decided to start acting, and you know, I still have my music company. I love music. That's kind of like, if I didn't play football, honestly, I might be a musician. That's how much I love music. I love music, but I started acting and it just took over my entire existence. And when I found that it was therapeutic for me, it really just kind of like, everything else was just like in the background, you know what I'm saying? So I love music, you know, I plan on jumping back into the music industry, you know, but right now, me and my producer partner, Deji LeRae, at Midnight Train Productions, I'm answering Kel's question right here. Midnight Train just came from, you know, an idea that Deji and I had of, you know, everything is symbolic. And, you know, we feel like, you know, Midnight Train, we had the logo is actually someone, you know, running away and catching the stowing away on a train. Because that's how we felt like we're kind of like under the radar, you know, in regards to producers and creators. So we feel like, you know, we kind of stowing away, you know, into the industry. So, you know, everything I do, I try to have a meaning with it and some sort of symbolism to it. But yeah, I'll get back to the music once I really kind of fulfill this whole acting, producing thing.
Yeah, I like that. That was deep. Yeah. Look, I got you threw your own slick little question in there. You ran with the flow.
Yeah, I go with the flow.
Definitely, I appreciate you. I appreciate how much you love Simply Alkaline Water. For everybody out there, team Simply Tribe. We have Mr. Thomas Q. Jones, and he filled us up with more than we expected. today. And he is a true team Simply player.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, wait. Don't forget, August 1st, Shameless
Yes.
Plug.
August 1st, yo, August 1st, man. Bounce TV. If you don't have Bounce TV on your or if you have Direct TV, you can call your cable provider. If you have Spectrum, it should be on Spectrum. You can also download the Brown Sugar app, and if you don't catch it August 1st, the premiere episodes, episode 1 and 2 will air the first night, August 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. You can see both episodes. It's an incredible show. I mean, it's about a lot of issues in our community, Black love, Black men, Black women. You know what I'm saying? There's a crazy divide right now, man, between us, you know, social media, and you know what I'm saying? We got to come together. We got to piece it together, man. And Johnson, hopefully, is a show that will bring some perspectives that will hopefully like open some lines of communication, because we need it. And that's really the premise behind the show. We want to open up lines of communication between Black men and Black women, because we need each other at the end of the day, regardless of like your experiences individually. We in the same fight, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So we advocating for that beautiful Black love thing. Check out Johnson August 1st.
Can I get a muscle shot? It's the point to this. It's a point to this. Come on. Let me get a muscle shot. This is how you get Simply Alkaline muscles.
Yes.
These are Simply Alkaline muscles.
Simply Alkaline water right here. That's what it'll do for you.
All right.
Simply Alkaline.
See y'all again next Sunday, 7 p.m. This was a dope interview. It
was. Thank you for having me
on.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You ate the food virtually.
Yes, I did. It tastes. The seasoning was incredible.
I got you. I got you on the salmon.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yes. Peace, blessings. Thank you, everybody. Team Simply Alkaline water.
Peace.